Alright, so for challenge 24, we're going to be looking, this is basically about how to use libraries. Okay, we're going to use a specific library that's called random. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of some tips on how to use those things and how they work. Okay, so the first thing we're going to need to do is to import this library. So libraries are basically external code that you can import into yours or use into yours so that you don't need to be recreating everything. Okay, let's take a look at this. So the first thing, every time normally when you import some code, you should do that right in the beginning of your code. Okay, so in this case I'm going to import random. And I'm going to use that in challenge 24. So I'm going to create the challenge 24 procedure. And let's see what it asks from us again. So we're going to create a function that takes integers as a parameter and returns a random integer between 0 and whatever parameter I set. So one thing you guys need to know is that if you want to use a random, you're going to be using this library here. Okay, as you can see, you can even come here and click the link, and it's going to show you the whole code for the library. Okay, because the code is sometimes kind of hard to read, even though it's normally well written, you can use some functions. So you can use this, the documentation from Python, to know what to do and how to use it. Okay. As you can see, all the methods need to have first the word random and then point and the method's name. Okay. So I'm going to give one example that's not going to do what we want at first, but just so you guys can see it. So I can use random.random. Let me just take a look at here. Oh yeah, that's for a function. So it's going to return this value. Okay, so let's go back here. So let's see what happens when we return random.random. I'm going to print challenge 24. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we have this number here. So random.random will return a floating, or a floating digit number, something between 0 and 1. Every time you click it, every time you run it, it's going to choose a different, it's going to return a different number. But that's not exactly what we want. We want a random between 0 and that parameter. So in some other languages, we might have to multiply that by the number you want and round it. In Python, we have a method that does that already. So let's see if we can find it. So we can have uniform, Gauss, some random. So we could have, let's see, if I want an integer, we could try random integer. Okay, let's see how that works. Or even we can use this other one they mentioned here, rand range. So looking at the code here for rand int, we can see that rand range already as only for a stop value. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Okay, let's see if we can use rand range to solve our problem. So I'm going to comment this line, I'll leave it here. So we remember it, but then we can have a return. Oops. Actually, this one is not going to be commented. Random dot rand range, and I need a number here. So let me try a 10 before you start using the parameters in the function. Let's see if that works. Did you mean rand range? So so I typed it wrong. So now it worked. It returned 8. Now 5, 1. Good. So our code here is not that smart because the only thing we're going to do is to get this parameter in here. So I'm going to call it bound. And I'm going to apply this bound here. So this is completely redundant because I'm just getting a value here and sending to this function that's going to return a function. So that's very redundant. Just doing that to keep in the same structure we've been working so far. Okay, so let me put a bound here of 100, for example. Have 19, 74, etc. Okay, so maybe if you guys want to try the lottery now in the end of the year, they have good prizes. Maybe you can try to make, you can use this to make a random number generator. Okay, very good. So guys, these are the main things you should know for your test, for your exam. Make sure you review, practice. There are a ton of content. There is a ton of content online. So if you go to the Python documentation, you can come here to python.org, see the documentation, and they're going to give you a lot of things. So docs, let's see, yeah, and tutorials, library references, everything you may need. Okay, checking for Python books. So there is a ton of things online. There are a ton of videos online. So look for them too. And if you need any other help, leave something here, leave a comment, email me, and I can help you. Okay, that's it, guys. Have fun. Have a good break, everyone.